In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I am Iqbal Ahmed, your English teacher. I hope you will be fine and taking care of your health. I sincerely pray that may Allah keep you safe and healthy in this pandemic. Today, we shall study lesson number 1, Light in the Night. First of all, I shall give you a brief introduction of the lesson. Light in the Night highlights the history of street lights. Before the installation of street lamps, people living in London would socialize under the moonlight, or there would be darkness when there was no moon in the sky. Many people also got jobs related to connecting these street lamps on the side of the road, which are powered by electricity. We shall also come to know about different changes brought in the street lights. First of all, people started to put out oil lamps outside their houses. Then these oil lamps were replaced with gas lamps, and now the electric lamps dominate the modern streets. This was a brief introduction of the lesson. Now we shall start our lesson. London is a major capital city. At night it glows brightly like most modern cities. Before the 1700s, London was much smaller than it is now. On cloudless, moonlit nights, people would take advantage of the moonlight and go out to socialize. But nighttime in the city could be dangerous. You could trip, fall, and injure yourself. If you fell in the river, you could drown. You could be attacked or robbed by criminals who roamed the streets. You could easily get lost. If people wanted to go out at night, they would have to carry a burning torch or lamp. Or if they were rich enough, pay someone else to carry it. In this paragraph, the writer tells us about a major capital city, London. He says that, like other modern cities, London also shines brightly at night. On cloudless nights, means when there were no clouds, people would take advantage of moonlight and go out to meet the people and spend time with them. Here, socialize means to meet the people and spend time with them in a friendly way. Another important point in this paragraph is that nighttime could be dangerous. One could trip, fall, or injure oneself. One could be attacked or robbed by the criminals. In that situation, people started to carry a burning torch or lamp with them, and rich people began to hire someone for that purpose. Next paragraph. There were many link boys who would, for a small fee, hold a burning torch or lamp ahead of people, so that they could see the way through the dark streets. Some of these link boys were dishonest and would rob the people who had employed them, and then run off and leave them in the dark. In this paragraph, the author tells us about link boys who, for a small fee, would hold a burning torch ahead of people to show them the way through dark streets. Some of them were dishonest people who would rob the people and deprive them of their money and other valuables. Next paragraph. By the early 1700s, busy cities like London and Paris had street lamps in some areas. In Paris, which had street lamps before London, the first street lamps were actually lights placed in the windows of houses. Police enforced a law that said every house had to have a lamp burning in the window all night long. If the lamp went out, people would have to get up to relight it or face being fined. Some people started to offer their services as lamplighters. In return for payment, lamplighters would put up a lamp outside the house and make sure it was lit. In this paragraph, the writer tells us that by early 70s, only some areas of London and Paris had street lamps. And police of that area enforced the law that it was compulsory for every house to have a lamp burning in the window all night long. If the lamp went out, people would have to get up to relight it or face being fined. In that situation, people started to offer their services as lamplighters. They would put up a lamp outside the house and make sure it was lit. Those street lamps gave people the sense of safety and security. Next paragraph. The authorities realized the benefits they brought and took over the installation and maintenance of them. All over Europe, the use of lampposts grew. When the authorities realized the benefits of street lamps, they decided to take control of their installation and maintenance. It shows that the authorities really felt that it was very important, so they took this important decision that installation and maintenance of these street lamps should be in their control. Next paragraph. In the 1700s, London grew rapidly and became the world's center of trade, manufacturing, and fashion. Business became important, and lights were needed to keep the city working and entertaining in the night. In this paragraph, the writer says that in 1700s, London grew and became a center of trade, manufacturing, and fashion. Manufacturing means to use machines to make goods. It means that there were a lot of activities in the city. Business had grown much, and the lights were unavoidable to keep the city working and make it entertaining. Next paragraph. By the late 1700s, London had so many street lamps that visitors to the city were amazed by them. The lamps were fueled by wax or oil that gave off an unpleasant smell and often dripped. Many people were employed as lamplighter because each lamp had to be lit by hand every morning. One German tourist visiting London in 1700s wrote in his diary, "As it was quite dark when I came back, the first evening was astonished at admirable manner in which the streets were lighted up. The bright lamps made the city seem exciting and lively. The lamps are so near each other that even on the most ordinary and common nights, the city has the appearance of a festive illumination." By the late 1700s, There were so many street lamps that visitors were really surprised by them. These lamps were fueled with wax or oil. Wax is basically a solid substance that is made from beeswax or from various fats and oils and used for making candles. So these two things were used, one wax and secondly the oil. But the problem with these oil lamps was that they gave bad and displeasing smell and often dripped. Drip mean the oil fall in form of drops. And remarks of a German visitor have also been added in this paragraph, who was really surprised at the excellent way with which the streets were lighted up. And even the ordinary and common night was like a night of festival. Next paragraph. The lamplighters quickly became an important and valued part of society. This was because they often became a key figure in their communities. They would walk the same route twice a day, and as they checked, cleaned, fixed, lit, or put out the lights, they would notice what was going on around them. Many lamplighters helped to make their routes safer. Their job required energy, strength, agility, and reliability. They had to keep the lights clean, make sure the wicks were trimmed to the right length, light tens of lamps in the evening, and put them all out again in the morning. Many lamplighters were pleased to be guardians in their communities, and often the job would be passed on from parent to child. In this paragraph, the writer tells us the activities of lamplighters and highlights their importance. They had become very important figure of society. The author also tells us that they went to their route twice a day to clean, check, fix, light, and put out the lights. They also noticed the activities in that area. It helped to make the routes safer. He also tells that they needed to be energetic, strong, agile, and reliable to do or perform their job. It was also part of their job to keep the lights clean and make sure the wicks were trimmed properly. Next paragraph. The lampposts were designed with a bar sticking out on their side at the top so that the lamplighters could safely rest his ladder on them. Lamplighters moved quickly, carrying their ladder and going up and down it hundreds of times a day. The lampposts were decorated with the royal crest and were looked after carefully by the lamplighters. These street lamps were designed in such a way that lamplighters could easily rest their ladders on them. Bar is basically a piece of metal which extends on either side, and it was very easy for the lamplighters to rest their ladders on them. And these street lamps were decorated with the royal crest. Crest is like a crown. It also means a special picture used as a sign of a family at straw. Next paragraph. When gas lamps started to be used from 1805 onward, they changed the work of the lamplighters. The gas lamps were much quicker to light and didn't require lots of work like the oil lamps, such as changing the smelly oil and replacing and trimming wicks. Some of the lamplighters felt their job wasn't the same anymore. Charles Dickens captured this feeling in the story The Lamplighters. when one character talks about the change from oil to gas lamps. In this paragraph, the author says, from 1805 onward, oil lamps were replaced with gas lamps. These gas lamps were easy to operate as compared to oil lamps. Some of lamplighter also felt that their job was not the same. Charles Dickens, who is a famous author, captured this feeling in his story The Lamplighter. Look at the next page. The character says, I foresee in this the breaking up of our profession. There is no more going the rounds to trim by daylight, no more dribbling down of oil on the hats and bonnets of ladies and gentlemen when one feels in spirits. Any low fellow can light a gas lamp. In this paragraph, the writer says that one of the characters predict mean or foresee mean to tell something before time. The character says that their profession and job would change now, and any common man could light a gas lamp. Next paragraph. Gas lamps were better than oil lamps in many ways, although a big issue with them was that every now and again one would blow up. Over time, gas lamp replaced oil lamps. Later, with the invention of electricity, gas lamps were replaced by the electric lamps, which now dominate modern streets. In this paragraph, the writer says, gas lamps also had a big issue with them, that every now and again one would blow up. Later, these gas lamps were replaced with electric lamps, which now dominate the modern world. Last paragraph. Today, there are still 1500 gas lamps in London. 5 people are employed to operate them. They light them every evening and put them out every morning. These lights are carefully looked after because they are part of the city's history. Kensington Palace Garden is the name of a long avenue in London. It is lined with grand old buildings and is lit entirely by gas lamps. There you can imagine what it would have been like in London during the time of Charles Dickens. In this paragraph, the author says that even today there are gas lamps in London, and these lights are carefully looked after, and the reason behind this is that these gas lamps are part of city's history. So this is all about the lesson. Now, dear students, we have already provided you question answers and solved exercises in form of notes. You will write down these question answers in your notebooks, and you will learn these question answers and all the exercises that have been given to you in form of notes. Thank you very much and goodbye.